Hey y'all, let's go ahead and get started. I appreciate everybody coming out. I need to make a couple sort of commercial announcements here before we start. The main thing I want to tell you is what we got coming up this weekend. Got some really outstanding music Friday night. If you never heard April, May, and the June Bugs, you've missed a great treat. They'll be here in their, what they call their boogie van. No, Boogie Bus, that's it. They have a bright red bus that says Boogie Bus. It's got all that stuff. They travel around the country in that thing. They play different kinds of music, but it's mostly like, all of a sudden I drew a blank. Rockabilly and Americana blues. They do that too. They're a really good band. They're from New Jersey, but I don't hold that against them because they have a guitar player named Catfish. So that makes it all right, right? So anyway, they'll be here Thursday nights, free show. They're touring Alabama right now. They got a lot of gigs set up. And Russell Guillory from Fort Payne, Russell Guillory from Fort Payne will be opening for them. So it's going to be just a really, really good show. And then Saturday night, the Denim Poets with Ronnie Knight and his band. Kind of a country rock, blues. Now they're more blues really than they are that. Sometimes a little bit of jazz thrown in. It's a really good band too. I know that's Alabama and Florida, so that's going to be a tough sell. But anyway, that's Friday and Saturday. Got some really good stuff coming up. And then, let's see, next week. Got my schedule right there. Had to make some changes in it. They aren't reflected in that yet. So, April, May, and the June Bugs and the Denim Poets. And then on the 26th, I got a bluegrass band, one of the best ones around here, Solid Blue. They're coming back. If you like bluegrass, you will love them. And so that's a Friday night on the 26th. And then on Saturday night, the 27th, we're having one of Ron Brown's singer-songwriter nights. Those have turned into really, really good showcases for outstanding songwriters. I know that Peter is going to be here, Peter Franks. Who else is coming? Do you know? It's worth it to come just for Peter. Peter's from Britain. You'll hear him tonight, and he puts on a really good show. And so he'll be doing a third of it, and then I have two other songwriters, which you can check the Facebook page, and it'll be on there. And then come moving into October, I got a really good singer-songwriter from Nashville, Austin Cunningham. Austin's been here 4 or 5 times. Puts on a really great show with his cowboy hat, and just does a really great kind of a folk country songwriting, original songs. He'll pack us out, as will all these groups, I hope. So that'll be on the 3rd of October. And somebody asked me why open mics on the 7th. Wondered if that was actually the first Monday. It is, because October starts on a Wednesday, so the 1st. So actually the 6th is our next open mic. And on the 10th, I've got Russell Guillory. And on the 11th, which is that Saturday night, we've got Phil Weaver, classical guitarist. If you like, he can do it all. He can do Russian classical guitar. He can do flamenco classical guitar. He kind of specializes in Brazilian and Spanish type classical music. He always brings somebody with him. He brought a fire eater and a sword swallower one night. I'd never seen a sword swallower up front. And she had, I saw these swords. One of them was that long. They became smaller in size, and she actually put those. You can see put those in her throat. You can see them go down. And she worked in Las Vegas anyway, and she did sword swallowing. I had to do that outside because the fire marshal didn't like that. So we did that outside. But he'll bring somebody, and it'll be a fun time. Unfortunately, I can't read this. I can't tell who Alabama's playing. Anyway, I got a game that night, so that kills my music. But this is some really great music, so if you're not a really great football fan, come on out anyway. It'll be good. Then I got Marianne McKay from Birmingham. She's kind of a torch singer. Puts on a really good blues show. That's on the 27th of October. Eric Summers, no, he can't. Eric Summers he's coming back, but I don't know when. So I don't really have anybody next week. And then to finish up October, I got the Spook House Saints on Halloween night, which is a Friday night, the 31st. The Spook House Saints, if you haven't heard them, they put on a great rockabilly show, old time rock and roll. They can do it, all the old Southern California adventures, and the rockabilly stuff from Nashville. It doesn't matter, they can do it. And then the following Saturday night, this is a big one here. We got Jim Connor, who used to play with the Kingston Trio. He's retired. He's probably older than I am, so he's in his 70s too. And but he's retired. He was a friend of Pete Seeger's. He wrote a song that John Denver recorded. That if you know much about John Denver, you've heard his song, "Grandma's Feather Bed." He wrote that song about his grandmother, Jim Connor. He's from Boaz, from his grandmother's boarding house in Birmingham 50 years ago, back when Birmingham was steel town. So anyway, a lot of stuff. I try to put all this on my Facebook page. I'm not real astute in how to do all that, but it's there, most of it. And I got, keep it up here, Facebook. But we got a lot of good music coming up. I've tried to avoid all the major football Saturday nights because it just doesn't work. I'm from California. I mean, we got good football teams here too. USC, UCLA, stuff like that. But you don't get this kind of passion with those games. You just don't. It's hard for me to believe that you got 75,000 people live in Cullman County, and I can't get 50 to come to music when there's a football game. But you can. It's just the way it is. And it took me 12 years to figure that out. So this year I'm not scheduling, but a couple of them got by me. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started. We got a full house tonight. I got 16 people scheduled, so I'm going to have to ask everybody to kind of don't waste much time. If you got to set up the stage or you got a tune or something, try to do that as much quickly as you can. And you can tune in the back. So we'll just try to keep it moving. Usually with 15 people, I can get through it in 2 hours. It works pretty well. So we'll try to keep it moving along. Andrea's going to help with the MCing tonight. Katie will be working the bar. Andrea's actually going to read a poem, one of my favorites that I knew years ago. So we actually have a poet tonight, so that's good. So we got a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to spend a lot of time belaboring all this. And this is really unusual. I just noticed this. Our first performer is Carlo. He never goes first.
Alright, well I'm going to do one song for tonight that'll make it Bob. Plus, unfortunately, I don't have a guitar player because Gary Sanders not here. He'll probably be here later on tonight. So I know he's on schedule, but he won't be here until later on. But anyway, last weekend, well, actually, I was supposed to go to Georgia 3-Day Fest, but unfortunately, I got strained out, which I'll tell you in a minute. I went to see Nick Turner, who happens to be the former player for Hawkwind. It's a British space rock band. He's well known in the space rock music field and the psychedelic hippie headbanging field. You should know that, Bob. And like Bob, he's also in this. He's now 74 years old and he's still playing. He used to be wild, but you know he's sort of slowing down. But he does play the saxophone and flute and goes crazy a lot, especially with wild ladies, which we won't get to that. But anyway, aside from that, I did want to see him in Birmingham, great, and also Memphis. Now going to Memphis, it was rough on me. You know, all is farm, open road. How can you rednecks handle that? No answer. But Memphis was great, but it was a. When you get to St. Louis, you get a lot of traffic jam up there. I mean, people will slow down. People don't know what the heck they're doing. And I was about to have a nervous breakdown. Shut up, Bob. But I made it okay, and by the time the show was over in Memphis, I had to take the different routes. And going down southward this time, unfortunately, I messed up. I had to pull over a gas station, look at the map, get my bearings right. And unfortunately, I had to take a couple of country roads, especially. Make a long story short, I got home on 278 on the country road, and I ran over some dead animals and also an armadillo. And this is a song which tells about this. And I was going to sing a Hawkwind song, but Gary's not here. But this is a song called "Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road." Crossing the highway late last night, should've looked a left and should've looked a right. When he got run over by a station car, he got squashed and there you are, got your dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road, stinking at the highway heaven. Roll up the window and hold up your nose. Roll up your window and roll up your nose. You don't have to look and you don't have to see, 'cause it's all in your old factory. Got your dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road, stinking the highway heaven. You got your dead cat, you died your dead dog. On the moving line, you got your dead toe frog. You got your dead armadillo, got your dead raccoon. The blood in the gut's gonna make you scoon. Gonna dead skunk, middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road, stinking the high heaven. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road, sticking at the highway and war. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road, sticking at the highway and yeah, you got your dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road, sticking at the highway heaven. Thank you, good night.
I forgot something big here tonight. You wonder what all this stuff here is? Channel 2 is actually recording this tonight, and they're going to put it on their station, and they're going to put it on the web. So we'll see how that goes. All right, next we got Gary and Michelle. Both of you, Gary and Michelle, come on up. How do you want to sit up? You want to do it? Sit. Okay. You just need this. You gonna sing too? You need another mic.
I'm good.
Gary and Michelle.
Thanks, guys.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. To make you feel my love. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion, there's nothing new. Flashback, warm nights, almost left behind. time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, or I will be waiting. Time after time. Until my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows and wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. You say, go slow, I fall behind. The second time done once. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you, or I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time.
That was excellent. Another round for them. Coming up next is one of our regulars, Nova. Straight from A-Rap, first Chicago.
I can prove it with my actions. Mic check, check mic. Everything okay out there? Everything alright, everything okay. Well, that was a nice performance. I gotta be the sorry guy to go after that one, man. Next time you guys gotta go last. So how's everybody doing tonight? I see Mr. Dennis back there. It's good to see you, buddy. You're all like, Alright, no throwing tomatoes at me. Alright, this first song is a song called Raise My Hand. And I raise my hand to the Lord above, and I keep my eyes upon His love, and I raise my hand to the Lord above, and I keep my eyes upon His love. No one ever could tell me that He's not always with me, 'cause I can feel Him in my heart, mending all the pieces when it's torn apart. So I raise my hand to the Lord above, and I keep my eyes upon His love, and I raise my hand to the Lord above, and I keep my eyes upon His love. Now, no one should be able to tell you that He don't love or even want you, 'cause He's been with you from the start, filling up the hole you have in your heart. So just raise your hand to the Lord above, and just keep your eyes upon His love. So just raise your hand to the Lord above, and just keep your eyes upon His love. We don't know when He's coming, so keep your eyes and your love on Him, 'cause soon you know that He loves you, and don't you know, here's what you do. Let us raise our hand to the Lord above, and let us keep our eyes upon His love. So let us raise our hand to the Lord above, and let us keep our eyes upon His love. So let us raise our hands to the Lord above, and let us keep our eyes upon His love. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm going to do a new song for you tonight. So new song rules are in effect, and that is, if you like it and want to hear it again someday, clap above your head. If you thought the song was okay and you're like, okay, that's all right, this is a good song, you just clap normally. And if you didn't like it, don't clap at all. My ego does not need to be fed. That wasn't the funny part. what to do. And when I'm thirsty, I need a drink of water. 'Cause in my dreams, I'm a lot like you. And in my head is the color of blue. And when you come around, you show me what to do. 'Cause in my thinking, I can be so wrong. 'Cause in my head is the color of blue. Now in my hand and in my heart, in my hand and in my hand, you're the only one that I ever need. So won't you come around and stay with me? Won't you come and stay a while with me? Now when my heart is where you stay, until I depart, it will be that way. 'Cause when I'm gone, will you remember me? 'Cause in my heart is where you stay. Now in my hands is how I hold you. And when I feel you slipping, I'ma grab onto you. 'Cause I won't let you go without a fight. 'Cause in my hands is how I hold you. Now in my dreams and in my head, in my heart and in my hands, you're the only one that I ever need. So won't you come and stay a while with me? Or won't you come and stay a while with me? Now won't you come and stay a while with me? As Elvis used to say, thank you. Thank you very much.
Another hand for Nova. Did you get the answer you were looking for? Next up is Jack. The stage is yours. And Gary Glover will be after Jack.
Go ahead, you want to mark it. Focus in, or you want to mark it? Yeah, we can mark it there.
I didn't know what I was going to do tonight. I've been working on a couple of songs that's about 50 years old.
Okay.
I was going to do 2 George Jones songs and 2 between Hank and George, so I'm going to do one of each. This first song, one George he wrote himself, which he didn't write too many. He had a lot of songs, but somebody else wrote most of them. But this one he wrote. I've been living a new way for my life that I love so. But I can see the storms gathering. The storm will wreck our home. Oh, last night he hugged you tightly, and you didn't even show. This is true, I was watching from the window up above. You must have thought I was sleeping. I wished I had been. But it's best to get to know you and know how your heart can send. I thought we belonged together, and you always lose love. I was wrong, for I was watching from the window up above. Well, in my eyes, teardrops started as I listened on and on. Heard you whisper to him softly, our marriage was all wrong. Well, I hope he makes you happy, and you never lose his love. This is true, for I'm watching from the window up above. Thank you. This next song was one, it was Hank Sr.'s favorite song. How I know is one of my cousins that back in the 40s when he started here in Alabama, knew his steel guitar player, Don Helms. Don told him this was Hank Sr.'s favorite song. I tried so hard, my dear, to show that you're my every dream. Yet you're afraid each thing I do is just some evil scheme. A memory from your lonesome past keeps us so far apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? Another love before my time made your heart sad and blue. So my heart is paying now for things I didn't do. In anger, unkind words are said that make the teardrops start. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? You'll never know how much it hurts to see you sad and cry. You know you need and want my love, yet you're afraid to try. Why do you run and hide from life? To try it just ain't smart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? There was a time when I believed that you belonged to me. Now I know your heart is shackled to a memory. The more I learn to care for you, the more we drift apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind, melt your cold, cold heart? Why can't I free your doubtful mind, melt your cold, cold heart? Thank you.
Jack comes over once in a while and plays during the week, so you might happen upon him if you stop by and get a cup of coffee. And next up, we have Gary Glover.
Hey, Gary.
originals, but I was recently in a play, and my brother-in-law wrote all of the music, and this song is it's called Great Escape. And coincidentally, whenever I was in the play, all the songs he was writing really, I connected with them, and it's kind of neat. So here goes, Great Escape. All of the headlights on the highway are going somewhere. Seems like where I want to be. I'm sick of all these broken headlights leading me down the only road I've ever known. It's all just the same. It's always the same. And I'll make my way down this open road. I'll make my great escape. Letting go of this fear that's inside of me. I'll make my way. Great escape. 'Cause in my mind, I've got all these faces staring back at me, telling me to stay, but I don't feel that way. Sick of all these small town headlines leading me down the only road I've ever known. It's all just the same. It's always the same. And I'll make my way down the open road. I'll make my great escape. Letting go of this fear that's inside of me. I'll make my way. Great escape. And I'll make my way down this open road. I'll make my great escape. Letting go of this fear that's inside of me. I'll make my way. Great escape. Great escape. Thank you. One more. Yeah. This one is just a cappella. That song, though, if you like to follow my brother-in-law, his SoundCloud name is Sound of Breaking, and you can look him up on there. But he's on SoundCloud and he posts his stuff. This song is one that just really inspired me recently, and it's a song by Johnny Lang. If you ever listen to him, it's called Only a Man. So I hear one back there, got him. So anyway, this is Only a Man. I used to live my life in fear, was worried all the time. From waking up to laying down, I had no peace of mind. The world became a darkened place, a struggle without end. Although bitter times those were, the days that I began to understand that I was only a man. I grew up singing songs in church, the questions in my mind. From waking up to laying down, I had no peace of mind. rescue me again. I understand. I am only a man. And he said, what will it be now? Will you choose me or keep swimming upstream now? I've been inside your head, hearing you scream out. Well, here I am, just take my hand and I'll take out all of the pain and all of the fear. I'll give you my burdens, I'll give you peace. I'll give you my desires, I'll give you what you need. And what about these chains, Lord? I set you free, but they're so heavy. Lay them at my feet. I lay them at your feet. Just promise you won't leave. I'll never leave. So where do I go from here, Lord? Just follow me. Just follow me. I follow you. I follow you. Just follow me. Just follow me. I'll follow you. Wherever you lead. Wherever you lead. Thank you.
Another round for Daniel. Okay, we have Gary Glover. He's a singer-songwriter from Somerville. Y'all are in for a treat. Stage is yours. Do you want to get one?
use a Nova trick here. Don't let your neighbor clap louder than you. I guess you can. This song, I met